My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 26, 2023. It is 1:45 a.m. This is video number 2. So I'm continuing from my last video, and I have to make sure I put these links in the description. Okay, so let's continue. This is the next tweet. All right, go to video 1. Okay, I don't know which day I'm gonna schedule them, but go to video 1. I have these tweets with in it, and I read the Byline article, so that will explain more of some of the discussion on the following videos. I don't know, I'm probably gonna have at least 2 other videos because there's a lot of tweets. Okay, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay in each of those tweets. All right, so this is my back end, you see it, so let's move on. Okay, that was my last tweet. There's this here. This is Sussex Squad Podcast. I shared this on my community board. When I said that family wanted Meghan and Archie unalive, some people will say, quote, "Tina, you are going too far," end quote. I was right then, and I'm right now. Glad Harry and Meghan removed themselves and their growing family from that mess. That's for sure. So she retweeted that. Let's see here. So during the 1-year review initiated by the royal family, Charles pulled Harry and Meghan's funding and security because Harry did not remove the name of William and Kate's aide, who was selling information to the Sun and his court documents. I'm glad he stuck to his gun. Okay, so there's this here. All of this. Feel free to pause it because I read this on the last video. Okay, so there they are. Sure. Okay, let me read it for the sake of that video because I still remember reading that comment where some of you were saying that just read the damn thing. You didn't say it like that, but that's the way that I took it. Alright, so let me read it. Prince Harry and Meghan were forced out of the Sandringham agreement to continue in public service from Canada when his father pulled the plug on funding. It follows news that a partner of a key aide to Prince William received £4,000 from the Sun allegedly for stories about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex when Wotton was executive editor. The payment came to light in anonymous whistleblower emails claiming to be from admin workers within the Murdoch newspaper publishing empire. They told how the payments had provoked panic at the Sun and claimed senior executive quietly brushed the matter under the carpet. The payment allegedly related to stories about Archie's nannying and godparents' arrangement and Wotton's January 2020 breaking story about so-called Megxit. The Metropolitan Police looked into the alleged leaking but could not go to a judge for a warrant to search royal staff property without knowing the identity of the whistleblower. Whistleblowers with a S. Okay, 2 internal royal investigations followed, one involving Simon Case, who is today the embattled head of the civil service, facing question over government's response to the pandemic. The palace investigation cleared the aide after he denied being the source of the Archie and Megxit information and told Case that neither he nor his partner were friends with Wotton, although he admitted to knowing the journalist. Okay, Byline Time has uncovered new photographic evidence of Wotton, the aide, and the aide's partner at a lavish private birthday party Wotton threw for his close friend and a £1,675 a night hotel suite. Someone put a screenshot of that picture on my last video and I shared it, and there was some article with it, so I read that. Okay, Prince Harry sent formal letters before action detailing the claims about Wotton and the palace to News UK. Sir Clive Alderton, today King Charles and Queen Camilla's right-hand man and the former Lord Chamberlain, Lord Peel, put pressure on Harry to alter the legal papers. Okay, when the aide's name was not removed from the legal papers, the Sussexes were caught adrift financially and left unable to protect themselves despite having a security threat level equal to the monarch. And the thing is that with the chase that happened in New York, allegedly, you know who's probably behind it, and then later on, you know, they'll pretend they are so sorry, the pretending face, they're crying that they, you know, if that had led to something else. Okay, the royal household had thought the threat of exposure will force Harry and Meghan to return to the UK, where their profile could be controlled, preventing them from eclipsing the future king. They will still be overshadowed until their destruction. Okay, but it drove a wedge through the royal family and set an train event leading to Prince Harry's book Spare, a string of high-profile commercial media deals, and ongoing bad blood in the British monarchy. Okay, so I read it. They most definitely were trying to force them back, even if it meant someone tried to hurt them. And they think Harry and Meghan want to come for Christmas. Get the F out of here. Okay, I remember all your articles pointing out what the Johnny come lately are now talking about. Okay, yep, you said it. Way back when the unbelievable cruelty seemed debatable still by some. Okay, I always believe you because the way the UK media was harping on and on about their security and their desperation to know their every move was not normal. They even get upset when they can't get access to Harry and Meghan. They wanted to pull a Diana 2.0 on them. Yep, and then look at this. With the security thing, what did they say to Harry? He needs to give 28 days notice in advance, you know, so they could prepare for him. I mean, come on. Jeez. Okay, you guys were on point with everything. Do you believe that Betty was trying to help them though? I've raised this so many times on some other videos where I said, you know, I think the Queen stepped back when it comes to the grandchildren and leave those things for the parents to take care of. That's what I believe in some shape or form. And Harry would have said, okay, Harry wasn't holding anything back. Okay, Harry and Meghan seems to feel that she was the only person they could trust, but I think their trust could have been misplaced. Nah, I don't know. Unless if Harry comes, or how we'll say this part, but otherwise I'll still go with my assumption. Okay, remember, everything that I say is my assumption. Look at the corner of my screen, okay, in my humble opinion. But what I've said about this is what I truly believe, unless otherwise something come up and said, no, you cannot do this or something like that, okay, but or say something like that. But I think the Queen have nothing to do with that. Is the parents and the brother. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. So there's this. So in 2020, Charles pulled Meghan and Harry's security because they refused to remove the name of Prince William's aide, who will sell info about them and their kids to the press. Alright, so I just read part of this previously in this video, so I'm not gonna read it again. Okay, so there's that. I'm beyond proud of Prince Harry. What a man he's turned out to be. All this other nastiness aimed at him to protect his mediocre brother. That family are nothing but a bunch of bullies. This is the find out stage, and I'm getting popcorn. That's for sure. With family like that, nobody needs an enemy. There's this commercial. It wasn't the aide, as Byline said. It was protecting Prince William from being found out. Okay, for more nasty 4K, you know. Okay, Byline times, baby. Without fear or favor. Whoop, there it is. Okay, Harry and Meghan are owed a public apology. Yeah, every time you hear the tabloid is talking as if it's Harry and Meghan who needs to apologize to the institution. I'm like, what did they do? You need to tell us what they did in order for them to apologize. Okay, Harry and Meghan are owed a public apology, and Prince Charles is a disgrace. He caused so much emotional harm to that family. Okay, from Princess Diana till now, with that overshadow shit he keep on worrying about, the nonsense they put in his head. Okay, that family is fill in the blank. Good for Harry for removing himself and his family from that crooked family, and I think that's the best thing for him and his kids, who don't have to grow up in this nasty nonsense. Okay, selling out his nephew. Wow. Okay, what a father. There's this. Okay, threat level equals to the monarchy. With every revelation, everything King Charles III did to Harry proves members of the British media are evil to the core. That family. But will they know shame? He's pretty easy to eclipse. That is true. Okay, so this is extra here. I want to vomit. King Charles and Prince William are cruel beyond words. That family are monsters. Okay, so this is something aside. Let's see here. Senior members of the family wanted them back after the transition period and were ready to continue playing dirty to make this happen. They don't know anywhere else. They just know how to do evil thing. How easy it is to just be nice. They think doing all these will make them come back. Okay, they never thought the trial period would work and try everything to make it fail, starting with the removal of security and then signing off a 12-month assault by the UK press on Harry and Meghan and everyone in their orbit. Okay, let's go into this. This is extra here. Let me put this. Hold on. Okay, so this is extra. I just add this to my list here. I just read this. Okay, Tempon cares more for the billionaire that died in the submarine. That is true. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Okay, Tempon cares more for the billionaire that died in the submarine than his son, daughter-in-law, grandson, and granddaughter. Okay, Tempon let it be known by media that he wanted updates about submarine being found. Yeah, I remember that. What about your son and family, Tempon? Shouldn't they come first? Okay, Val humans. That family, King Charles, the cool, they didn't care to protect his son and grandchildren. So everything is now coming out. No wonder they hated Meghan so much, because without her, Harry will probably have gone back to that abusive family, that family. Monstrous, worst family. Now I even respect Meghan more for all the shit they put her through, and still graceful. Okay, it's truly Val. Look at Diana, who was unalive. That is the stake at play here. Archie nursery fire. Harry and Meghan chase in New York City. It's in plain sight. Tyler Perry was exactly right. Abuse. Okay, so there's that. Jesus, what? That family are beyond despicable and very, very cool. What gets me is Prince pegging. It's Prince of pegging. How can he do that to his brother? Signing 12-month harassment. No wonder Harry said he had an eye-opening experience. His family, that family, is behind it all. Sussex Squad has always known. Okay, Holy Mother of God. Okay, senior members are Elizabeth, Philip was gone. Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate, despite their best effort, Harry and Meghan are thriving, while the tax-funded royals are increasingly being ignored and as embarrassing jokes. Father God, this British royal family is evil, vengeful, in fact, vendetta obsessed. Even William signing off on this diabolical plan against his only sibling is beyond disappointing. Okay, what did he say? It was a year of beating. Okay. I hear ya, makes me sick to my stomach. Prince Harry played nice on his memoir. He needs to start writing the sequel. Okay, blood and always thicker than water. That's for sure. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. This was extra. I added it. So let's go to the next tweet. Now go back to my regular tweet, my list. Okay, so there's this here. Facts to Send podcast. Okay, King Charles took away money from Harry and Meghan for their security because they refused to cover up the palace press invisible contract. Byline Time confirmed everything Prince Harry has said about the royal family and tabloid, and what Sussex Squad knew and suspected. Alright, so she highlighted this part here. Let's read it for the sake of this video. King Charles pushed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex into commercial deals in the US by withdrawing £700,000 funding for a trial a year in Canada over a royal cash for leak scandal sparked by journalists Dan Wooten, Byline Time can reveal. The financial sanctions stem from a refusal to remove from legal papers the name of a Kensington Palace aide whose partner was receiving money from the then Sun newspaper executive editor, allegedly for stories about Megxit and Prince Archie. It resulted in the collapse of the Sandringham Agreement struck under the late Queen in January 2020 to give Prince Harry and Meghan Markle an opportunity to escape the royal press water in the UK and continue to public service from North America. Okay, from this point here, I think the Queen was aware of some of the things Harry was going through. Now, when the deal break up and Harry said he's gonna live whatever, okay, he's gonna live in North America and all of that. And keep in mind, they did that very strategically. Harry and Meghan, they went on vacation to Canada. And then when Harry went back to the UK to make the deal where it didn't work out, Meghan and Archie was already out of the country. Okay? So he made sure they were in a safe place first before all of this, before, all this come about. Now, what happened here, the Queen was aware of that. I think the Queen okay with Harry walking away, it's fine and everything like that. But what Charles and William probably did, okay, which the Queen probably was not aware of, is the abuse that was going on, okay, with the tabloid and all of that to make them come back. Alright, the Queen okay for all of this, whatever situation that was going on, where Harry was saying William was screaming in the presence of the Queen and all of that. Okay, so all of this, from that point on, I think the Queen was aware of it. But once the Queen okayed that part, this is where Charles and William went to work with the tabloid to make sure they come back. That's what I think happened here, in my humble opinion, allegedly. Okay, now as part of a 3-year and then the Queen did not know it was Charles and William that was behind all of this. Okay, and now as part of a 3-year investigation into the conduct of Wotton, which has already unmasked him as a serial catfish and sparked a Metropolitan Police probe, Byline Time is publishing a 3-part special into his dealing with the royal household. Okay, so there's that here. Okay, so everything is about to come out. Let's see here. The biggest question is what kind of secret Den Wotton has on King Charles and Prince William. They are willing to sacrifice Prince Harry and Meghan's life to protect it at all costs. At this point, it no longer matters anymore. No matter what happened from this point on, Byline will put the story out. It no longer matters anymore. Okay, I'm in the UK time zone. Oh my God, when I read this one. I don't know which part of the world Maria is in, but the way she put it, I am in UK time zone. I will definitely wait up for your podcast. There's this here. That was funny. Okay, Charles and Camilla will never recover from this. There's that. It becoming clearer why Willie had to do a week's solitary castle dwelling to Bax breathe through the press launch of Spare. I think that's why. Okay, Prince William is a coward and evil. Okay, there's this. Us week. Was it JC3? Okay, I think King Charles? Yeah, I think it's King. Because the J is right next to the K. So, on the keyboard. So, King Charles III, us week. I don't know, I think. Okay, I knew it. Cover British media. He wasn't king when they stepped down. Okay, but they overpower the Queen. I remember in one tweet that where I said how him and Andrew override the Queen to change the Queen's secretary. So it's almost the same thing here. And then also he had a say on Harry, unlike the Queen, because Harry is his son. So I always feel that way. Allegedly, this is how I feel. They want that thing. Okay, so the Queen probably say, okay, that's your son, you do whatever. Alright, but that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's this. Henry VIII. Harry was promised palace security will remain in place for the year transition during the Sandringham Summit. The Queen, Charles, and William were present in an agreement. The security was suddenly revoked a few weeks later with no explanation. Okay, this is where the part the Queen did not know. In my humble opinion, the Queen did not know about this part. The part that the Queen was aware was, yes, he will get security, and then he could find his way or whatever, that agreement. and then Charles and William, probably in my humble opinion, went behind the Queen's back and cut it. Okay, that was a little bit after, I think, the Charles had put changed the Queen's secretary. Okay, put his henchman, because if it was the other secretary that will look out for the, is it Clive something, I would what's his name, that other secretary. So I had to go on my editing program because I know where I put it. So this is the thing here. Okay, the Queen's biggest mistake of the last decade was allowing Charles and Andrew to oust Lord Gates from the royal household. So that was the Queen's secretary. Okay, this guy was looking out for the monarch, okay, for the institution. And what is it, Charles removed him with Andrew and put this guy, Edward Young. Okay, even Princess Anne and Prince Edward was against it. Okay, they voiced their concern about Young incompetency. Meanwhile, Charles put him so he could put Edward Young. So, you know, if he said don't tell the Queen certain things, he doesn't say that. But this guy over here, Charles couldn't do it. Couldn't really make him do things that was against the firm. But Charles could do that to this guy. So this is how the Queen was left in the dark. Okay, so there's this here explaining Prince Charles was, okay, where is it here? Edward Young was appointed by Charles because he wanted someone weak. Okay, so this is where this guy come in. Okay, so I've been telling you guys for a very long time. So they replaced him. Okay, there's those all the important part that I highlight. Unfortunately, the voice of Young as a replacement as a weaker, easier courtier to control than Gates. Okay, I double underline it. Has backfired massively. This was written a long time ago. Okay, so I've been sharing this with you for a very long time. This is where they keep the Queen in the dark because they put Edward Young. If Charles or William said, don't tell the Queen this is what we're doing, don't tell the Queen that Harry doesn't have security, he doesn't say. But this guy, however, Lord Gates, I believe, him, if Charles were to tell him, don't tell the Queen Harry doesn't have security, don't do this, don't do that, you know, don't tell the Queen certain thing, as long it's reflect on the institution or the monarchy, okay, he will make the best decision. Okay, if he feel like the Queen should know, he will tell the Queen, unlike this guy. So this is what happened here, and that's how they keep the Queen in the dark. Okay, in my humble opinion. All right, so let's go back. I had to open this for you to know it. All right, so there's this here. Receipt, what is it? Receipt, I have never known any non-working royal get security. It is a job as well as a family. You leave your job, you lose your perks. A family is there for him, but not the perks, not the job perks. Future, was it? FFS. He is nearly 40. Okay, let's see here. Okay, security is based on status, risk, and proximity to the throne. Example, whether Catherine is working or not, she gets security. Please find out below the Sandringham Summit agreement from 2020 regarding Harry's security. Okay, it is agreed that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will continue to require effective security to protect them and their son. This is based on Duke's public profile by virtue of being born into the royal family, his military service, the Duchess' own independent profile, and the sheer threat and risk level documented specifically over the last few years. No further detail can be shared as this is classified information for safety reasons. I mean, the squad are good. So there's that here. Okay. If using the job analogy, then be consistent. He had on 12-month leave of absence agreement in which his security will be covered. In an employment situation, you will be within your right to sue your employer for breaching the agreement. That is true. This is a very good point. Very good point. Okay, they promised security for the year. How good is the word of a king who can't keep his promises? Please show me where this was written and not by the, what is that? I don't know. Okay, they had the 1-year review period. This was widely reported when they left. Okay, so that's that. These are the people who refuse. That alone, okay, this comment here hit the nail on the head, and there's the screenshot here of everything else. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I sort of let me go back. There's something. What made me went and open that thing? The process elimination can be pretty sure Granny then revoke his security. That is her boy. Okay, Bilbo Bagging doesn't have the authority, although he would like to revoke it, so that leaves Pa Daddy Dearest, who is terminally jealous of his son. Why? Yeah, this is what I think happened here. The removal of the security. They did things step by step. They did things step by step. They removed the Queen Secretary, who is the eye and ear of the Queen. Okay, bring important information to her. So Charles removed that guy and put his henchman in there. Alright, and then meanwhile they're playing the Queen, pretending it's one thing. We have to remove this, we have to remove that. Was it Andrew is in trouble in the US with the Virginia Godfrey, and Charles want his thing to be done, and then the guy, is it Gates or Lord something, will not allow it, and because it wasn't to the benefit of the crown. So what was it? Andrew and Charles wants it, so they put their heads together and then remove the guy, and then this is where everything else fall out. If the Lord Gates was there, where is it? Let me go back. If this, okay, Lord Gates was there, what we're seeing now with the removal of security and all of that will not happen, because he cannot tell what Charles can do with his son. But knowing that how it will reflect on the crown, he will bring it to the Queen's attention. Then the Queen will say, no, Harry needs his security and whatever that Harry wants to keep him safe and all of that, because that will look bad for him, for the institution, which it is. Look how we're seeing the effect of it. So they remove him and all of that. Okay, so that's this. Now let's go back. Let's go to the next tweet. The Queen did not know. All right, next tweet. It's crazy that they withdrew funding immediately they left in 2020, despite the Queen calling it a trial year. He withdrew money, withdrew security, and leaked their location to the world, but kept telling their mouthpieces that they were funding him. God bless you, Tyler Perry. All right, so this is another thing. He's lying to the Queen as well. All this play a role, but the main thing is the removal of the Queen's secretary. That Edward Young did not tell the Queen what was really happening, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's read this. King Charles pushed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex into commercial deal in the US by withdrawing £700,000 funding for a trial year in Canada over a royal cash for leaks scandal sparked by journalist Dan Wootton, Byline Time can reveal. What is it? Dan Wootton did say, the leaks are coming from the royal family. The royal family are the one who's leaking to the press.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
He was telling everybody this is where the thing is coming. He wasn't lying about that. Okay. The financial sanctions stem from a refusal to remove from legal papers the name of a Kensington Palace aide whose partner was receiving money from the then Sun newspaper executive editor, allegedly for stories about Megxit and Prince Archie. It resulted in the collapse of the Sandringham Agreement, struck under the late Queen in January 2020 to give Prince Harry and Meghan Markle an opportunity to escape the royal press, RODA, in the UK and continue to public service from North America.
I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away.
Continued public service from North America.
And we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen,
continued public service from North America,
the Commonwealth and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
And the thing is that God play mysteriously. So there they are here. They told their plan was to stay in Canada. Okay, so after their location was leaked and everything, God said, you know, this was a diversion. Canada was a diversion for the institution. Meanwhile, there's Tyler Perry come here and then they reside in the US, right next door. Okay, now as part of a 3-year investigation into the conduct of Wotton, which has already unmasked him as a serial catfish and perks a Metropolitan Police probe, Byline Time is publishing a 3-part special into his dealings with the royal household. I think I read this already in this video, I think. All right, so there's this exclamation point. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. There's no comment, right? Is this a retweet? No, that's it. Next tweet. Okay, so these are the reactions. This one was kind of funny. Okay, I think it started from here. So it's a thread. I'm telling you, the squad were talking after that article came out. All right, so it started here. Can we all just imagine for a moment when some poor aide had to explain to Charles who Tyler Perry is? All right, so there's that here. I post this on my community board. All right, but it started here. It's a thread. So there's a possibility some of the things that I'm reading here, I probably bookmark it with other things. All right, because they were branching out, people retweeting. So there's a possibility some of them might come out twice. Okay, so let's start from the top, from Henry VIII. Well, and he didn't count on Tyler Perry, LOL. So she retweeted that. Choco knew Harry would put the safety of his wife and child above all else, which is exactly why he pulled security. He just didn't count on his son being able to make his own way, since no royal have ever done it before. Okay, so that's something to go in. Let's read some of the comment under Henry VIII. Since it was a thread anyway. There's the part that I just read. Okay, so there's 19 comment on that. Chuckles never counted on one of his sons having Diana's strength, who knew his worth. There's this, know your worth. You must find the courage to leave the table if respect is no longer being served. That's for sure. And this is the same thing Meghan have said previously, before even meeting Harry. If they don't want you at that table, create your own table. So that's another version of that. Okay, Tyler told us. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank goodness for Tyler. Alright, there's that. Hella. Alright, so this is extra. Prince Harry was always treated like a throwaway spare. The monarchy will rather hide the misdeed of their servants than treat their second son with an ounce of dignity and respect. That family. Okay, and so it appears that the monarchy chose to side with a press secretary over Prince Harry.
The aides really speak quite badly about.
Oh, well, the way that Meghan is spoken about by the people that have had to deal with her is quite frightening.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're pleased she's gone.
Yeah, she's not.
When you say aides, you mean
aides to William and Kate and other members of the royal family? They're pleased.
Okay, surely, can you imagine if they could do that to Harry? What do you think they will do with his offspring? Archie and Lily. Can you imagine that? Surely it can be an affair with words that the family is protecting William. Like that, it's something more sinister. Alright, so these are extra. Let me not go adrift. So couple things that I need to go in here. Where's the part that I bookmarked? This part here. Can we just imagine? Yeah, let's go into that. There's 19 comments. Let's read some of them. There's the laugh. So there's me here. I literally let out a laughter. I think the GIF got me too. Yep, you are hilarious. Laughing my ass off. I just had a vision, lacking horns with the royal family and the British media. Now that would be something to see. Media and Levin laughing my ass off. People are just laughing about it. So let's go back out and go into this. Okay, 7 comment. Is it? Let's go into that. That's the retweet here. Okay, thank God for Tyler Perry. He saved them. Bullseye. Thumbs up. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. So that's it. I go into each one of them. Okay, next tweet. There's that. There's the other retweet. Well, he didn't count on Tyler Perry. LOL. Choco knew. Is that the same thing again? Can you? Okay, so that's the one I just read. Okay, so let's leave that alone. I think it's just a retweet. Another part of it. Next tweet. Okay, there's this royal soda. King Charles withdrew £700,000 and funding for a trial year in Canada over a royal cash for leak scandal involving Dan Wootton, when Prince Harry included the name of Prince William's aide in a legal action linking the firm to payout from the Sun for stories. And that actually, if you think about it, is strengthening Harry's case. All right, the phone. Well, that's which one? Not the phone hacking one. The other one. There's another thing he's dealing with. But anyway, they all add up. All right, so let's continue. I read this in video 1. Okay. And to retaliate, they send said aide to testify against Meghan and hopes she will lose her case. Yeah, that part too. And the worst thing is, when I came across this, the very first time, of all things that they chose to show the court is things that will strengthen her case. Because when Meghan was talking to Kanoff regarding what she's gonna do with the letter, with her father and all of that, she told him in 2 separate occasions, okay, do not discuss this. All right, let me go get it on my editing thing here, because I know exactly where it is. Okay, so these are some text messages that was presented in court, and in some part where Meghan was saying this is what her plan is. That's talking to Jason. You see, hi Jason up here. Okay, telling him her plan about the letter that she's sending to the father, and then saying that, you know, what her plan is, how the father's gonna get the letter. And then in some place over here, I remember Jason was asking, can he mention certain things to certain people regarding this letter, and Meghan said no. There's this here, I highlighted. Also, I would prefer if this was not shared in any way with Sam Cohen, as I initially said. Okay, so she didn't want this to be leaked. Of all things, this is what they brought in to the court regarding the privacy thing. Okay, she literally told him don't share it, but he did anyway. Alright, pretending that, I mean, I think he did, you know, someone must have known. But anyway, so that's the thing that I was talking about. Okay, so let's go back. Why did I bring this? Okay, and retaliate. Holy shit. You went after your grandson to try to control Harry and Meghan and trap them into going back to UK. I'm so glad Harry married Meghan, putting their heads together with the help of Tyler. Were able to make their own plans. The monarchy needs to come down ASAP. Why? I just read the rundown of what they're about to release, and just when you think Charles couldn't be worse father, I'm glad though, because it's meant Harry and Meghan's freedom. Their plan couldn't have backfired more spectacularly if they try. All that for nothing. Okay, all that for naught. They're thriving. Alright, let's read some more. The royal household had thought the threat of exposure will force Harry and Meghan to return to the UK, where their profile could be controlled, preventing them from eclipsing the future king. They thought wrong. Okay, it's selling stories of innocence of Archie that cut like a knife. Yeah, that's that thing. I mean, they put it to a level where it's like Russian roulette kind of thing. Alright, so they put the level of threat. Okay, if they survive, they survive. If they, you know, this kind of thing, and then for them to come after them. If they die, they die. This kind of thing. They don't care. Okay, Charles speak protecting an aide over the safety and well-being of his son and his son's family. Okay, imagine Christian's identity being more important to Charles than Harry. Meghan and Archie, those people are in a cult because this is a mafia or cult behavior. Imagine being punished for telling the truth, especially against Daily Fair of all people. And here we have it, the opening of the real Wootton can of worms. Come on, Charles, and really gave Jason Kanoff that honor for his service to the crown. Yep. Doing BS thing. King Charles is the worst father and grandfather in the millennium. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. This is ridiculous. I have never seen anything like that. And then they continue at it. Alright, next tweet. There's that. So during the one-year review initiated by the royal family, Charles pulled Harry and Meghan's funding and security because Harry did not remove the name of William and Kate's aide who was selling information to the Sun and his court document. I read this already. So if you want to read now, pause and read. All right, there's pause and read. Pause and read. Okay. Okay, now it was way before that. Sandringham Summit, January 2020. Last official engagement, March 9th, 2020. Security pool, and they entered the U.S. before border closed on March 21, 2020. 1 year review would have been January 21. Okay, Charles pulled Harry and Meghan's funding and security to protect William, Kate, and their staff. That's that. All right. Your life revolved around Meghan. Have some shame. Dusty old woman. Okay, so this must be a hater. They really were willing to sell out their son for a worker. Why do they hate Meghan so much to disregard Harry's feeling? This is the thing that blind them. This is the thing that blind them, and that probably will cause a downfall. Okay, it also begs the question of whether or not the nanny was an informant for both the family and the media. What did I say about what is it? The godparent, William's godparent. I believe they hire her to be Meghan's aide or something like that, right? Let me look it up. But anyway, the thing that I was looking for, I can't find it. So this is what I was searching for when I was originally recording, and I can't find. I know I have it in my possession, but when I search it online, I guess I was not writing the proper keyword. But anyway, so she was assigned to help Meghan. So what I think happened, okay, purely my humble opinion when it comes to what's going on inside the circle of Harry and Meghan. She was there to be somewhat of an eye and ear for the others. So when it comes to the tiara, and I think maybe not, she was the one who alerted the firm that Meghan was gonna wear the tiara of Princess Diana, and then that made the switch to about the Queen offering Meghan choices of tiaras and all of that. That's what I've said about that. It's because she was in there. If it was that, Harry and Meghan was gonna use Princess Diana's tiara. Okay, so that's it. This is the thing I was looking for. Since I didn't find it, I didn't continue with my thought, but I will assume this is the narrative I was gonna say in my original recording. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. Okay, it also begs the question of whether or not the nanny was an informant for both the family and the media. Remember, she was fired within days after Archie's birth. Everything about this is sinister. Okay, the dots are starting to connect. That's an ad. Thank goodness for Tyler Perry. Of all the stories I have read about Meghan and Harry, this one feels the closest to the truth. Okay, this will have created a domino effect, the falling out with William and Charles, and realizing how much royal and formal rule matter more than the individual. These men are all known to each other. What Chase did in past, what Charles did in the past when heat was on was supposedly sack Fawcett, but actually move him sideways. William arranged similar case ends up at number 10, Knuff at Earthshit, and John up the road at the hedge fund. Okay. They just shuffle people around, but they're still there. Reading that, it's so good that Harry and Meghan escaped. I don't think they were safe there. Yeah, this is why they were saying give them couple days ahead when he's coming in. Everything Harry said in his book Spare is the absolute truth. He never lied about anything he wrote. I wonder what he will write in the other 3 books. Harry does have a 4-book deal. I completely forgot about that. Okay, no wonder Harry christening Simon Case, The Fly, and his memoir. Enter the house between season 1 and 5. That's an ad. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I'm starting to get tired. I need to start editing, but I don't think I'm gonna go to the gym. Let's continue. I'm sure that Charles justified his action in his own head by thinking that Harry and Meghan will turn around and come straight home. But damn, this is cold. Let's discontinue. But then doubling down and taking Frogmore Cottage, he's just evil. There's no reason. Yeah. That's that. And then all of his action is just revealing more and more and making it much better for Harry to make safer decision. Taking Frogmore is one of the best thing I think he did. As much as he was trying to be sinister to hurt Harry, It actually make it better for Harry, because now when Harry's in the UK, he won't know shit. He won't know where he's at, when he come, where he's staying, or anything like that. Okay, remember what Tyler Perry said, the RAF remove all securities to make them comply and to come back. Okay, Charles had likely buried his head in Camilla's panties, clutching Teddy and delegating the thinking to his private secretary. Unhumane. Yep, Trader Prince will not look bad. If you think this is it, but he did what's best for him. Okay, I think what's actually, you talking about traitor, I think the royal family is a traitor to the country, because this is what he's doing to someone who served the country, put his life for the country, and did so many other things for the country. So you tell me who's the traitor. To this day, he must think he's right. History will condemn him forever. He will be remembered as one of the worst monarchs, like the previous Charles. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet, I think Harry wants to expose that the idea that the senior royals don't pick and choose who gets security is a crock of shit. They use publicly funded security to manipulate family members lower in the food chain. That's for sure. Okay, so let's see here. She retweeted that the judicial review that Harry is asking for regarding his security is simply this, exposing how the palace actively put his security and that of his wife and children at risk. What was it? Couple videos ago, there was a tweet that came out regarding the Met Police is like, you know, anybody could just, well, they were making reference to stores who wants to hire the police for people who were shoplifting, something like that. And then the squad were making reference and said, there's Harry here who was asking for, willing to pay for the same security, but they deny him. So that's the same category here. Also, sovereign grant and lure of grace and favor, housing, and royal properties. The monarch uses this to control the royals on the lower rung, which is why any attempt at independence are stamped out brutally and humiliatingly, like they did to Edward, not saying he had talent. Chuckles knew Harry would put the safety of his wife and child above all else, which is exactly why he pulled security. Okay, he just didn't count on his son being able to make his own way, since no royal had ever done it before. That's true. Alright, so there's this. The truth always has a way of coming out. Chuck's the side piece and Wank downfall will be their machination against Harry and Meghan coming to light. Okay, but wasn't the police protection part of the lawsuit thrown out, or am I misremembering, and is it still litigating? That's something. I think so. Yes, because they know. Yes, I think so. Or am I forgetting something? All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, I'm starting to get tired. I probably need to stop soon and start editing and maybe record later. Okay, next tweet. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Prince Harry gives that family more grace than any of them deserve. If my father and brother had sought to destroy my wife and kids, I thereby me in the process to the point of us losing an unborn child. Okay, I won't rain hellfire on them. There's that here. Harry's book did not do Meghan justice. Should have touched, well, like I'm reading here, there's 4 parts, so who knows what he said in the other ones. Okay, should have touched the palace and Prince William's last follicles, plus the hair and Kate's front. Oh my God, I said what I said. There's this, Prince Harry will bring hellfire. There's that, it will be John Wick time. Okay, that's an ad. After these, that's it. I never understood why people call Prince Harry and Meghan Markle traitors. I will have to wait years before telling anyone I have family. I will have gone on with my life, never looking back. This is not only demonstrate disrespect for Prince Harry and his family, but also, let's see here, but also a lack of care and most importantly, love. Harry is a better man than to return to the United Nation for any reason. Okay, Edward and worst of all, Andrew were shielded by his entire family. That lady could have meant that we in the United States felt sorry for Harry and wanted him to succeed. We respect who his heart chooses and want to have children with. All right, so there's that. That's commercial. Where did I? That's this one I just came from. Okay, and his kids are gonna be blessed for it. They keep taking and taking. I have a theory that Willie keeps pushing it as far as he can because he knows Harry won't retaliate. Okay, that's what makes him bold. Hence the reason he attacked him during the meeting. Half in, half out Sandringham meeting. Agree, Harry is a kind of hearted man. He gave enough understanding to that family. Spare didn't paint a whole picture of his cruel father and brother, so KP and BP shouldn't make fuss on the reconciliation. There is nothing left for Harry to reconcile with that awful family. Okay, I agree 100%, but I get it too. At the end of the day, that is still his dad, and I think Chuck knows Harry went easy on him, and I believe the rumors he wants to reconcile with Harry. That family doesn't deserve the Sussexes. I mean, he wants to reconcile, but he's still putting pain on him. This guy doesn't understand a damn thing. He only knows how to inflict pain onto people. Okay, I think Harry has been incredibly kind to them considering what's happened to him and his family. Fortunately, Harry has a good heart and he knows it's best to leave it to God, as my grandmother would say. Look how many of those who spew hate on him and his have fallen from grace, and there's more to follow. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, look, I'm tapping on the next group. So let's continue. And I'll separate it later. Okay, next tweet. The saddest part of all of this is that the son only had to spend $4,000 or £4,000 to get William to flip on his brother. I know that's really sad. There's the article. I read it in video 1. Okay, so sad for Harry. Okay, it was consist 4,000 payment, not just one. Plus, it wasn't about the money for William. It was about covering his dirt to get Dan off his back. Right, that makes sense too. But still, okay, that's when you know there is more to this than meet the eyes. Pretty much, William cost $4,000. Said he's cheap Judas of Wells. That's true. Okay, I really thought it was a typo. Sad. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. There's that here. Let's pause. Okay, not only the media, the conniving, jealous brother orchestrated a budget flight. If I remember correctly, a psychopath said that these trips were planned months in advance. Then Flyby revealed that they received a late night call at short notice with explicit instruction. Baggage forgot. There's the receipt here. Okay, from the spectators, Boris Newman and Number 10 was behind Will and Kate's budget flight to Balmoral when Harry and Meghan were criticized for flying by private jet, said Camilla Tomney. Okay, there's this here. Jet flew empty for 500 miles to pick up royals for Aberdeen visit. 2 empty jets were flown on behalf of Flyby. Wow. From 500 miles as part of taking the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their children to Aberdeen on Thursday, the Scotsman has learned. Flyby sent empty plane to William and Kate who travel economy. That was 2019. There's that here. Alright. Okay, Brit Media spent summer 2019 trying to sabotage the launch of Prince Harry's travel initiative by ignoring the fact that they knew why he sometimes needed to take a private jet. The royal family were all traveling by private jet at the same time. He never told anyone not to fly. That is true. Let's listen to that. 40 seconds.
Travelist is a first-of-its-kind coalition, a united front of businesses dedicated to making travel an engine for sustainability. I came here by commercial. I spend 99% of my life traveling the world by commercial. Occasionally there needs to be an opportunity based on a unique circumstance to ensure that my family are safe. And it's generally as simple as that. But as I said in my speech, for me, what it is about balance. And if I have to do that, not a decision that I would want to take, but if I have to do that, then I will ensure, as I have done previously, and I will continue to make sure that I do, is to balance out that impact that I have.
Wow.
Travelers.
Yeah. So that's that. That's why the British media and TV talk shows are having a meltdown and have told a big lie about Harry and Meghan. Archwell Foundation on Mental Health Summit saying it was about climate change. Wow, what is lie? And they know it is. all because Prince Harry was trending on Sunday. These people, they are their own worst enemy as well. The UK media and what happened here? Something happened here. Okay, I didn't put the link, so I just find it. Okay, toxic British media will never have their evil ways with Prince Harry and his wife Meghan and their beautiful blessed kids. They keep trying, but try evil things on good people and evil will come back to bite you. And that's, my friend, we've seen it happen already. Okay, so there's this here. All right, 100%. And you're still mad. There's this I cannot see here. This is someone that I block. I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, husband and Meghan, so there they are. Let's just black. All right, so that's where you live. There's that. Okay, a lot of haters on this one, so let me leave that alone. I have more important tweets to share with you, and I'm starting to get tired. I've been recording for like an hour plus. Next tweet is almost 3 a.m. here. Okay, there's Henry VIII. I just will keep asking again and again why the powers at play did not move Harry and Meghan under the umbrella of BP almost immediately after the wedding. Okay, Harry initially wanted him and Meghan to be a team with William and Kate. Okay, everyone in the family is pathologically ill, equipped with dealing with jealousy. That is true. They wanted the Fab Four to work. The brothers and their wives working together. They wanted that image. They probably didn't think Harry and Meghan will easily eclipse William and Kate, but to be honest, if they were under BP, would it have made much a difference? Let's go into that. Okay, KP and CH, I can't think right now. CH Clarence House at the time, and BP are vampires. They wanted to benefit, suck dry from Harry and Meghan's chemistry and charisma, and they wanted them to expect no protection in return. Why do you think the horrid whales are still copying Harry and Meghan? Yeah, that is so freaking stupid of them. Harry and Meghan Australian tour success shook the royal family, especially William and Kate. It was reported at the time that Harry and Meghan cannot outshine William and Kate. Yeah, I think it was British media that wanted the Fab Four to working and the two others having the benefit, and not with Camilla and control it wouldn't have. Okay, William and Kate never wanted the Fab Four to work. Meghan outshined them all, including Harry. Jealousy is making them self-destruct. Okay, I said Camilla. They expect them to pop up the lazy Cambridges and use them for cover, but they outshone them, and we know how that turned out. Yeah, because somebody wanted to maintain control over Harry like they've been doing for years prior. Yeah, they underestimate Harry because Harry is always quiet. You know, they tell Harry go there without any question. Probably he just go and do it. All right, so this time when he has his family, this is where they come with the shocker. They didn't expect that. The way Harry have come up to step forward to defend his family. Okay, meaning Harry and Meghan, Archie and Lily.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past.
Okay, at that time Lily wasn't there, but now Lily. Okay, I have an answer for you. Before the wedding, Harry took Meghan on her first walkabout. The people were going crazy with adoration toward Harry and Meghan. That event is burned into my memory. She was spectacular. Together, they were mesmerizing. BP, instant jealousy, fear. The fear, the jealousy started when all of them were, at least, okay, maybe it didn't start, but it raised their radar. Okay, to start thinking how they're gonna put her down. Okay, their radar came up when all of them were on stage. Alright, I'll be putting screenshot. The folks at Granny knew she wasn't gonna be there for long, so I guess they all wanted to please the daddy for when he become king. Royal institution and the royal family could please answer this question. Okay, I will have a guess and say Harry and Meghan have the Midas touch. That is just one of many things they have going for them. The royals do not conflict well. The queen was the first class ostrich, and the institution was followed, and her footstep, they behaved then as they are behaving now. Either Meghan will leave or be broken, and Harry will always obey. No need for a plan or contingencies, just vibes. Very interesting. That's not a bad thing too. There's one comment, and then after that, that's it. Okay, they may call it a firm, but have zero business continuity planning. A small town church committee is run more competently than one of the oldest and most influential institutions in the Western world. Despite her age, nothing but her funeral was planned for her. Even the coronation was slappier than a high school theater production. I mean, I don't know. It's like Meghan blind them from reality, from common sense, you know. So they just, I don't know, their campaign to bash her was all they saw. That's all they saw, but they didn't see the reflection of their nastiness. And people, I believe other royals are keeping their distance from the British royal family. Okay, after this, that's it. Alright, so I bookmarked this. Harry had no choice about being born into this family. They owe him security. Alright, so it started from this, from Henry VIII. Harry was promised palace security will remain in place for the year transition during the Sandringham Summit. The Queen, Charles, and William were present and in agreement. The security was suddenly revoked a few weeks later with no explanation. Alright, all that fall into the removal of the Queen's secretary, replacing him with one that Andrew and Charles wanted, and then once they do that, the Queen did not know what was going on. Okay, they all three in front of the Queen, they agree for the 1-year review with security and everything. All right, after they remove the, I don't know which one come first or which one come after, but once the Queen had a different secretary, okay, whatever they agreed in front of the Queen, but the part of removing security and everything, the Queen did not know. Okay, the secretary, the Queen's secretary, did not inform the Queen of that. Okay. Receipts. I have never known any non-working royal get security. It is a job as well as a family. You have your job, you lose your perks. Family is there for him, but not the job perks. FFS. He is nearly 40. Okay. We understand all of this, and I think we hit this topic before in this video. Now that I'm editing it, but when I was recording, I don't remember. But the thing is that, remember how Harry... Okay, couple things. The first thing is, Harry is the son of the king. Okay, so close proximity. And not only that, he was willing to pay for it, but they refused. Second of all, throughout Harry's life, I've been hearing him saying he wants to separate the private and public life.
This is, you know, this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
When he's private, he wants people to get out of his face. When he's in public, you know, doing charitable work or whatever, take as many pictures as possible. All right, the institution never really differentiate that for him. Okay, for him, he's been asking for that, but they never give him that option to differentiate the private and the public. So now you're saying, you know, there's the perks come with the job and whatever, but they've been mangling that throughout his life. So this doesn't work out with that aspect as well. And then within this video, there's other, I think, like I said, I hit this topic already. Some people have said other things which make reasonable response to this. All right. I am tired. Maybe later on today, this is what I'm doing. Maybe later on today, I will record more, but right now I'm tired. All right, so I have I'm almost done. Okay, yeah, this will be for another video. Actually, this should be in there. That's a LOL. I remember what it is about. Let's move this up here. And the other ones are things I need to be in a good mood to. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be another video. Okay, so I cover a lot. These are all the things that I cover. Let's remove this. All right, so let's do a prayer. Let's pick from this. Good prayer for eyesight. Let's pick the second one. Okay, healing prayer. Jehovah Rapha, my healer, thank you for giving up your only son to die on the cross for me. By his stripes, my eyes are healed. I pray that my eyes will work according to their original blueprint. Lord, let your healing light fill my eyes that I may be able to see clearly and carry out my business without any inconveniences. I worship you, dear Lord, and I honor you highly. God, you reign in heaven and on earth. In Jesus' name, I believe and pray. Amen. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I have a Patreon, so you could go there and be a patron to help support my channel, because YouTube is, I'm going through some stuff with YouTube. Alright, so that is it. Maybe later on, before the kids get up, is exactly 3 a.m. Maybe I'll have energy again to record the last few tweets. Okay, but for now, I'm tired. Let me start editing. Thank you for your support.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.